Welcome back to NBA Wild TV, and we're going to look at the NBA news and expectations for the 2021 season, the coaches, players, trades, and the league. The 2020 season overcame a pandemic and a 4-month break, which resulted in the league finals finishing in October, an entire 4 months behind schedule. We've got to give some credit to the management and the players of the NBA who were flexible enough to come up with an alternate plan to complete the season in a bubble, away from fans and, for the most part, family members down there in Florida. The next NBA season is projected to start in January of 2021, and we expect to see several changes in the composition of teams to make their rosters more competitive and to put them in the best position to win. The changes will come in the form of the NBA draft and trades. We also expect to see teams changing coaches to put themselves in a better strategic position. So where will Giannis or Chris Paul play in the 2021 season? Who's going to be coaching the Clippers? We'll outline our expectations for draft picks, trades, and new coaches for the upcoming 2021 NBA season. When the 2020 NBA draft comes around on November 18th, teams will be seeking to grab the best talent to fill specific roles in their rosters. We're predicting that the outstanding Anthony Edwards would be picked number 1 overall by the Minnesota Timberwolves. Onyeka Okongwu will go to the Warriors 2nd overall. And we think LaMelo Ball will be snagged 3rd by the Hornets. Deni Avdija will be drafted 4th by the Bulls. And the Cavs, they'll pick James Wiseman 5th. Anthony Edwards performed outstandingly for the University of Georgia in his freshman year. He was the leading scorer as a freshman in the entire country, averaging 19.1 points per game. He constantly showed killer scoring instincts and the ability to score in the paint or knocking down three-pointers from deep. Edwards will fit perfectly into the Timberwolves setup. He'll be playing along all-star players like Karl Anthony Towns and D'Angelo Russell. And we think he'll fit in perfectly into that shooting guard position, giving the Wolves another talented shooter. Edwards certainly can, along with Towns and Russell, take the Timberwolves into the playoffs in the 2021 season. We expect Onyeka Okongwu to be selected by the Warriors as the 2nd overall pick. Okongwu's all-around game makes him a perfect fit for the Warriors, who will be one of the top teams in the Western Conference in the 2021 season. Okongwu is a master rebounder, exceptional passer, one of the top shot blockers, and he can run the floor. He'll probably be, in our opinion, a major asset for the Warriors team. It's blessed already with superstar scorers like Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. Okongwu's high energy and winning mentality means that he can play a vital role on both ends of the court. And we think he can positively contribute to their goal of getting back to the top of the Western Conference and maybe ultimately winning the whole thing again. If you're enjoying this video and want to see more like this, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification button for the regular updates on our best NBA videos. LaMelo Ball is the player with the biggest buzz heading into the draft. We're predicting that he'll be drafted 3rd by the Hornets, and we think he'll fit in perfectly with the Hornets system. The Hornets is one of the league's top passing teams. Ball would end up linking up with Devontae Graham, who had an exceptional breakout season in the 2019-2020 season. And, of course, Terry Rozier, who can make great off-the-ball plays and can also score the bucket. These 3 players running the Hornets' backcourt will make them one of the top-scoring teams if they can click. Deni Avdija is the reigning MVP of the Israeli League and is a 6'8" big man who can make plays, defend at the rim, and fill a void on the wing that the Bulls have. He's the biggest mystery in the top tier of this year's draft. Still, if you take a look at his playing time in the Israeli and the Euro leagues, you'll see his tremendous potential and understand why the Bulls would want to add him to their young roster as they seek to build a competitive team. Finally, in our estimation, James Wiseman will be drafted 5th overall by the Cleveland Cavaliers, even though some pundits have him as a potential number 1 pick. He'll be the perfect replacement for big man Tristan Thompson and Andre Drummond, who are expected to leave in free agency. Wiseman, he'll dominate in the paint with his 7'1" height, and he's got a 7'6" wingspan. He's a top shot blocker, and he's going to add some firepower that a talented Cavs roster really needs to be a force in the East. Some of your favorite NBA players will be playing for different teams by the time the 2021 NBA season comes around. Every player's dream is to win an NBA title. And some of these trades, they're going to be motivated by that desire to win that elusive crown. One such player that's likely to move is Chris Paul. Paul currently plays for the Thunder and is a 10-time NBA All-Star who's been one of the best players in the league for quite a long time. However, he hasn't won a championship, and at 35 years old, he's going to be kind of desperate to move to a team that has a realistic shot at winning the title. The most likely destination for Paul is the Milwaukee Bucks. The Bucks are already a championship-level team, but they need a little help at the point guard position. This is where Chris Paul comes in. He's one of the most experienced and skillful point guards the league has ever seen, and he's a natural leader. Chris Paul is actually the perfect person to help Giannis, Middleton, and the whole crew up there in Milwaukee break the playoff curse and possibly win a title. Another player that might join the traded ranks is the Lakers' Kyle Kuzma. Kuzma really hasn't developed into the player that he was expected to, despite his talent. He'll probably get better with more experience. However, with the Lakers' win-now mentality, he might be moved on to make space for a more established star, such as Tristan Thompson or Derrick Rose, who will strengthen the Lakers' backcourt, giving LeBron the freedom to play the small forward position. That will likely make the Lakers even stronger and keep them in position to defend their NBA title. The Sacramento Kings sharpshooter Buddy Hield is another likely player that'll be on the market for the 2021 season. Despite signing a $94 million four-year extension to his contract with the Kings in October of 2019, Hield has become disgruntled about being relegated to the bench, and he feels like he's not getting enough playing time. He's publicly spoken out about it and is likely to request a trade since he doesn't seem to fit into the role that he wants to play in Coach Luke Walton's plans for the Kings. Buddy Hield would be an asset to many NBA teams because of his shooting ability. He's second right now, only to the great Steph Curry in career three-point percentage of all current players in the NBA. So my man Buddy Hield, he'd fit in as a starter for a struggling New York Knicks team that is in need of a quality shooter. Other potential suitors for Buddy Hield would be the Cavaliers, who could use help on the offensive end, and the Lakers, who don't have a great shooter from downtown on their roster. A few high-profile coaches have lost their jobs at the end of the 2020 NBA season, including Mike D'Antoni of the Houston Rockets and Doc Rivers of the LA Clippers. Speculation has been pretty high as to who their replacements are going to be. We expect the Rockets to go for an experienced coach who can connect with and motivate their star players. Some leading candidates for that job are Jeff Van Gundy, who took the Knicks to the NBA Finals back in 1999, and Tyronn Lue, who won a championship with the Cavaliers in 2016. The Clippers surprisingly fired Doc Rivers after their shocking loss to the Nuggets in the Western Conference semifinals. Despite that defeat, most people thought that Doc would have been given at least another year to try and bring that championship to the Clippers organization. However, it wasn't to be. The safest replacement for Rivers to keep their star players Kawhi Leonard and Paul George happy is assistant coach Tyronn Lue. He already has a great relationship with the players, and he's well respected by everyone in the Clippers organization. Houston and New Orleans are also interested in Lue's services, and it'll be interesting to see where he chooses to coach for the 2021 season. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more like this, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification button for the regular updates on our best NBA videos.